Greetings, Sanitation film fans. Thomas L here. It's Thursday. That means time to talk about the new movies opening this week. Now, there's some pretty good stuff, good looking stuff coming out this week. There's like some, whether it's, wide release films or limited or anything like that. So, with that being said, here's the films that's opening this week. Alright, first film coming out is Toy Story 4. Now, I'm a big fan of the Toy Story franchise. I really love them. Of course, my favorite out of them is still Toy Story 2. I love Toy Story 2. The first Toy Story is great. I love Toy Story 3. I didn't love Toy Story 3 as much as I did with the first two, but I still appreciate Toy Story 3. So, I admit, when they first announced that they were going to make another Toy Story, I was a little skeptical because, the first film ended perfectly. But, what I've been seeing and hearing from from Toy Story 4 has me more pumped. You got like some new characters in this, like Forky looks pretty funny. The character that's that Daredevil character voiced by forgot the name, Duke something. Forgot the I know his first name is Duke, but the character that's voiced by Keanu Reeves, he looks pretty cool. Of course, you got the other voice cast returning, like Tom Hanks, Tim Allen, Joan Cusack, Annie Potts. I cannot wait for this, and this looks like it's going to be another win for the Toy Story franchise. Because, as we speak right now, the film is doing great with critics. Like, right now, Toy Story 4 has a 98%. It have had like 100% before, but I guess there are some critics who did not like it, so it went down a little. I'm still excited for this. I think it looks really fun. It looks entertaining. It looks cute. Cannot wait to see Toy Story 4. Alright, now, Toy Story 4 is not the only film opening this week about a toy coming to life. Also opening this week is Child's Play, which, of course, is a reboot of the Chucky movies. Now, this is a little bit like a different take of the Child's Play film. Like, instead of a like a killer taking possession of the dart, the dart is like a robotic and it's like an AI artificial character. That did sound a little dumb at first, but then then the casting were announced by Aubrey Plaza's in this and Brian Tyree Henry. Then the trailers got released, got me more pumped. I'm actually really looking forward for this. I'm probably gonna do a double feature of both Child's Play and Toy Story 4 tomorrow. So I'll probably do my reviews for for both of them because I cannot wait to see these two films. They just look amazing, and I'm a big fan of the Chucky franchise. I even like Sea of Chucky. So this will be the first time I'm seeing Chucky on the big screen. Unless if you count Chucky's like little appearance in Ready Player One. But as a full-on Chucky movie, this is gonna be the first time I'm seeing a Chucky movie on the big screen. So, of course, obviously, I wasn't really around for when Child's Play 3 and for the other because I was around for when Child's Play 1 and 2 was released. Like, those two films were out, like, before I was born. And I was, of course, way too young for Child's Play 3. I was way too young to see Bride of Chucky, and Sea of Chucky, and obviously the last Child's Play movies went to home video, so obviously I couldn't see those. But cannot wait to see this one. I think it looks really fun, and hopefully it's good, But the reviews have been really decent. Like, I am shocked of how good the reviews are. Like, it has a 68% right now. Holy, even though I'm looking forward for this, I was kind of expecting it to be a little, I was kind of expecting the critics to, bash it. But, hey, it's getting good reviews, so hopefully it's good, Alright. Also open this week, there's a film called Anna, which is directed by Luc Besson. And the film stars this newcomer named Sasha Lass, who was also in Luc Besson's film Valerian. And in it, Sasha plays the title character Anna Politova, whose striking beauty lies a secret that will unleash her indefatigable strength and skills to become one of the world's most feared government assassins. And so, an electrifying thrill ride unfolding with pro propulsive energy, startling twists, and breathtaking action. This looks pretty much like a female John Wick. That's what it really looks like, and I can wait to see. I really dug the trailers, and it's cool to see Luc Besson back in his action work. I mean, come on, Leon the Professional he did Lucy. I really like Luc Besson, and cannot wait to see what he does with Anna. I mean, I don't know if it'll be any good or not, but I'm still really looking forward to check it out. Also, at this week, now the next films I'm going to talk about are like limited release films, so they might be easily to find or whatever. But also open this week, there's a film called Wild Rose, which tells the complicated story of Rose Lynn, who's a woman on a quest to become a country singer, while also grappling with the responsibilities of recently released recently released from prison, and she's also the young mother of two children. The film stars this actress named Jessie Buckley, who's also on that critically acclaimed show Chernobyl that's on HBO. I mean, I haven't really seen her in anything before, but I think she looks great in this, and the movie looks like it's gonna be pretty. Like, it has some heart to it, some nice music is attached to this. I'm really curious checking out Wild Rose, and I don't know if it'll be any good, but the reviews have been pretty decent though. Like, it has a 91%, so critics are loving it. So I'm interested in checking it out. And I'm curious to see what Jessie Buckley would do next in the near future, because I saw Chernobyl, and she's actually really solid on Chernobyl. So it'll be interesting to see her in something like this. Now, also open this week, there's a Stonewall documentary called Before Stonewall, which is a documentary by Greta Schiller, and it takes the look at the sometimes American knowledge. It's pretty much about the because if you guys know, this is like coming this is like the 50th year of Stonewall, and which of course was filled with like lots of drugs and lots of music of that era. Now, I don't really, of course, obviously, Stonewall was before my time, but I don't know a whole lot about Stonewall. But I did read up on saw some documentaries about it, and Stonewall seemed pretty interesting. I mean, if I had a time machine, I probably would travel back to time just so I could check out Stonewall in person. That seemed pretty cool, but and Stonewall had some really darn good rock and roll music as well. So, and a documentary about Stonewall, I'll probably give this one a shot. Also, at this week, there's a film called Swinging Safari. The film takes place in 1970s Australia, and it's about a 200-ton blue whale that washes up on the local beach, and the kids think it's the biggest thing that could ever happen in their lives. So behind closed doors, their mom and dad of this quiet suburban suburb could celebrate in their own special way. And so like it's a time of box wine, bad hair, bad style. So I don't really know a whole lot about it, but I've seen the trailer and it looks okay. I mean, it stars Guy Pearce and this singer named Kylie Minogue. I like both of them, so I'll probably give this one a shot sometime. Also out this week, there's a film called The Command, which is based on the true story of the 2000 Kursk submarine disaster, and it follows the final hours of an unsinkable Russian nuclear submarine as it sinks to the bottom of the Barents Sea. So some of the crew survives the intentional explosion, including Officer Maliki Calvas, played by this really good actor named Mathis Saralt, who was just in the movie The Mustang. And then his pregnant wife, played by Blue is the Woman's Color star Leah Sedogs, and child are waiting back home. So, but unfortunately, the rescue is complicated by between Russia, France, and Norway and Britain. So, with British Navy chief named David Russell, played by Colin Firth, attempting to convince Russian officials to accept foreign aid. I don't know a whole lot about the story because I just read what the movie's about, so I don't really know a whole lot about it. But I saw the trailer and it didn't really do much for me. I mean, I like Colin Farrell. Mathis, he's a pretty cool actor. I have a bit of a crush on Leah Sedogs. I mean, come on, she was in Blue is the Warmest Color. I liked her in Blue is the Warmest Color. Not for the obvious reasons, by the way. But, yeah, I don't know if the command will be any good. I mean, the reviews have been decent. It has like a 68%, so people are enjoying it. I'll probably give it a shot maybe like some other time. I don't know, maybe like on TV or online or whatever. Also, out this week, there's a film called Burn Your Maps, which is about a family in an emotional turmoil who's taken by surprise in this quirky adventure where a 8-year-old American boy named Wes believes that he is in fact a Mongolian goat herder. But when Wes' best friends, who's a similarly displaced Indian immigrant, they both decide it's their destiny to connect the child's dream to his reality through the use of crowdfunding. So like their journey to the mysterious plains of Mongolian throws the boy's family further into dysentery, leading his desperate mother on a trip across the world with her son in order to make their family whole again. The film's lead is you got Vera Farmiga, who's playing the boy's mother, and the kid who's playing the boy in this is actor Jacob Tremblay, whose new movie I'm excited for, which is Good Boys. Cannot wait for Good Boys. I saw the trailer for this, and it looks pretty interesting. I mean, it looks a little depressing, I admit there, but I mean, what an interesting couple of months for Vera Farmiga. I mean, she was just in Godzilla King of the Monsters, which granted didn't do so well, but she was in that. She was just on Netflix's Central Park 5 miniseries When They See Us, she was pretty good on that. And she's also in this. She's in Annabelle Comes Home, which is out next week. So cool. I've always liked Vera Farmiga. I mean, that woman just doesn't age at all. Like Vera Farmiga is like in her 40s. How old is she? Yeah, Vera Farmiga is like 45, and I gotta say she still looks good for her age. And I've always adored her. You know, whether it's the Conjuring franchise, Bates Motel, I think she's awesome. So cannot wait to see how good she does in this. And also Jacob Tremblay, I'm saying now that kid is going to get an Oscar nomination in the near future. I mean, should have scored one for Room and Wonder, but sadly that never happened. But he's a really good actor. So, and of course, I cannot wait for Good Boys. That movie looks hilarious. Also, out this week, there's a horror film called Nightmare Cinema, and it's pretty much a horror anthology film, and it's about 5 strangers who are drawn to a abandoned deer and are forced to watch their deepest and darkest fears play out before them. So, like, lurking in the shadows is the projectionist who preys upon their souls with his collection of disturbing films. Ugh. As each reel spins its sinister tale, the characters find frightening parallels to their own to pretty much their own lives. Now, the film is, like I said, an anthology film, and it's directed by a couple of filmmakers in this as well. One of which, the director is, of course, Joe Dante, who, of course, gave us Gremlins, Small Soldiers. Cool director. Another director who directed one of the stories in this is David Slade, who of course, David Slade directed 30 Days of Nights. He did Twilight Saga Eclipse, Hard Candy. So this has lots of interesting filmmakers. And the cast in this also includes Mickey Rourke, Elizabeth Razor's in this, Patrick Wilson, speaker of The Conjuring. Cool cast list. I do like a good horror anthology film, and this looks creepy and it looks gory. Sign me up. This is my type of movie right here. Also, at this week, there's a documentary called Toni Morrison: The Pieces I Am, which is the film is about the legendary storyteller that examines her life and her works and powerful themes as she has confronted throughout her literary career. Now, I don't really know a whole lot about Toni Morrison, but I know she's like an author and all, but so I'm probably not going to check this one out because I don't really know a whole lot about her. But hey, I do love a good documentary, so maybe one of these days I'll give it a shot, but I don't know. Alright, also out this week, there's a film called Surprise Me. Here's what this film is about. In Surprise Me, Jeannie is a surprise party planner who hates surprises. Her partner Steven calls her out on every issue she owns. Danny would be perfect for her, but she pretty much keeps him in the friend zone. Along comes Jeff, who everything she avoids until now. Meanwhile, Surprise Enterprise is hired by an anonymous Hollywood producer and throws a surprise wedding for his girlfriend. Jenny must get her down the aisle without telling her that she's the bride. Jeff wants a commitment, but Danny's girlfriend is super annoying. And also, this is pretty much like this here is pretty much like a romantic-based comedy. I saw the trailer for this, and it didn't really do much for me. I mean, it kind of looks like those Hallmark channel films. Like, it seriously looks like a Hallmark film. And it also stars this actress named Fiona Gubelman, who I think she plays one of the nurses on the show The Good Doctor. I think she's great on The Good Doctor. And also, one of the other leads is actor Jonathan Bennett, who you guys might know played Aaron Samuel in Mean Girls. So for all you Mean Girl fans, there's that for you. I don't know, I'll probably give this one a shot because I do like Fiona and Jonathan, so I'll probably give it a shot because they're in it. But to be honest, the trailers didn't do a whole lot for me. So who knows? Maybe I'll watch it and it'll probably be one of the better movies of June. Who knows? But yeah, it does look a bit like very Hallmarky. And I guess it makes sense because Fiona have done movies for the Hallmark Channel. But I really like her on The Good Doctor, so can't wait for The Good Doctor to come back, though, by the way. Alright. Also, at this week, there's a film called The Quiet One, which is about the Rolling Stones. It's pretty much a documentary about the Rolling Stones. Rolling Stones are arguably one of the greatest rock groups of all time. I mean, Mick Jagger, come on. Rolling Stones just make some of the best music. So, anything that's that is associated with the Rolling Stones, I'm there to check out. I really like the Stones. Okay. What else is there? Oh, there's also a film called a golf film called Round of Your Life, which is about a young golf prodigy who feels overwhelmed by his famous father and purposefully fails his tryout for his high school golf team, but is devastated when a car wreck puts his father into a coma. blaming himself, the teenager works hard to earn a second chance on the team by embracing the power of prayer. So this is pretty much like a faith-based film, and part faith-based. I do like most of the faith-based stuff, so I'll probably give this one a shot. And the film also stars this newcomer named Evan Hara. It also has this actress named Alexandra DeBarry, Richard T. Jones, who's on the show The Rookie, and also it stars Katie Lecarac, who of course played the character of Daphne on the freeform show Switch at Birth. So some pretty interesting actors on this. Hey, I do like a good good inspirational underdog story, and this looks like it's gonna be a tearjerker. So there's that. Maybe I'll give this one a shot down the line. There's also a film out this week called Holy Lands, which here's what Holy Lands about. Facing a crossroad in life, Harry Rosenmark, played by Jonathan Rhys-Meyers, leaves New York and his family with an unlikely plan to start a pig farm in Nazareth, causing the anger of local communities. His conflict with the town rabbi, Moshe Katane, slowly turns into a friendship that leads him to revelate his relationship with his estranged family, including his difficult ex-wife, his 34-year-old daughter, and his playwright son named David. And the film has an interesting cast, so let me pull up the cast list. Oh, and by the way, James Caan plays the role of Harry. But John Rhys-Meyers is in this, but he plays like a different character. It also has Rosanna Arquette, Tom Holland there, some pretty cool actors. I saw the trailer and it didn't really do a whole lot for me, so probably not gonna see this in theaters. Maybe on TV or whatever, I'll probably check it out. But yeah, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it'll be a good film. But all right. Oh, there's also a film called there's actually a documentary I'm actually really intrigued by called Emmanuel. Now, this documentary you're gonna need some tissues for. Like, Emmanuel is the documentary about the Emmanuel churchgoers who ended up being gunned down during a prayer service in Charleston, South Carolina. Oh man, I remember reading that and seeing that on the news. That thing was really heartbreaking to hear, and I'm actually really, I'm actually really curious to check that out. I think it looks really fascinating. It looks amazing. I mean, sign me up. I mean, it's probably not going to be kind of like that film Hotel Mumbai. It's probably going to be a documentary you could just watch only once, but you can't really bear to watch it again because how heartbreaking the story is. All right, now that's all the films coming to theaters. Now coming to Netflix, which actually this just premiered on Netflix on Wednesday, I believe. I think Wednesday or today, I can't remember. But anyway, it's a film called Bates, and it's a coming of age drama, and it's about a teenage musical prodigy played by this newcomer named Khalid Everidge, who forms an unlikely friendship with a down-on-his-luck high school security guard played by Anthony Harrison from Blackish Flame. And united by their mutual love of hip-hop, they try to free each other from the demons of their past and break into city's music scene. The film is directed by ATL and the New Editions story director Chris Robinson, and it also features a cast that includes Uzo Aduba from Orange New Black fame. I think this looks pretty interesting. I mean, it does look a little depressing as well, but I like Anthony Harrison. I mean, that guy could do he could do comedy like Blackish. The guy could do dramatic stuff. I mean, even on the show Blackish, which is a full on comedy, there are some dramatic moments that happens on Blackish, and Anthony Anderson is great on that show. And obviously, he was also great in The Departed and Hustle and Flow. So I'm actually really curious to check this one out. I mean, I don't know if it'll be any good, but hey, maybe it'll be another Netflix film worth to watch. Because right now Netflix's highest grossing film right now is Murder Mystery. So who knows if Beats will be as good, but although I literally would have forgotten, like, Netflix really needs to step up their game by promoting their material, because I literally almost forgot that Beats was coming out. I mean, yeah, Netflix, really, come on, like, promote your stuff a little better. But I mean, Amazon promotes their stuff, their shows better. Like, if you go on IMDb, you'll always see like a promo for a Amazon show. And when you go to like a movie theaters, you'll see like some sort of promo or preview for an Amazon series. Amazon's better at promoting their stuff, and I mean, most of Amazon's shows I have not really care much for, except for Marvelous Miss Maisel, but that's going off topic. But anyway, yeah, I'm actually really curious checking out Beats, but we'll see how good it is, Anyway, let me leave it to you guys. Which of these films are you interested in checking out? Are you interested in checking out Toy Story 4, Child's Play, Anna? Are you interested in checking out Beats or any of the limited release films I mentioned? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is Thomas Hill signing off.